Hello everyone, I just would like you to have a look at the Gumnut Yarn range. This delivery has arrived and I am busting to have a look at them all, and I thought I'd bring you along for the journey. These Gumnut Yarns are an Australian company, and they are just beautiful. They're all wool and they've been all hand dyed, so variations do adjust a little bit in the range, but not by much. The lady that I purchased these from is here in Brisbane. I actually first heard about these yarns with Rachel on Roxy Creations. She uses them and always refers to them as one of her favourites. They are an Australian company and she's got a selection of them in her repertoire of threads. So I went hunting for them and I found them at a few shops here in Australia. If you go to their website, Gumnut Yarns, you can't actually buy directly from them because they're the wholesaler, but on their website, if you click on the state that you're in Australia, you can see the shops that actually have them. So I found a shop that is near to me in Brisbane and ordered up a range of them, and as you'll see, I sort of try and do a bit of a colour wave, because when you don't know what you're going to actually use your projects for, it's a good sort of way to start to get a bit of a range so that you can sort of head in any direction. So I'll go through them and tell you the item numbers so that if you did want to follow my lead and build yourself a little collection, this is sort of how I went about doing it. So the first one here is part of the turquoise range. So I picked 443, 445, what's this one? 446 and 448. So as you can see, light through to dark gives me quite a range of colours that I can sort of work with. So that's the first little cluster of them. It looks like there's 25 meters in each skein. Yeah, gumnutyarns.com is the wholesaler, and as I said, you'll find shops in Australia if you wanted to order them. I'm guessing they're all over the place around the world, but I haven't actually looked further afoot than Australia, so I do apologise. But for the Aussie girls, you will find them quite easily. Okay, so I did a yellow range. I don't usually buy a lot of yellow, but when I'm doing floral work, often your pieces will look quite flat, and by popping a little bit of yellow in amongst your colours, it really makes your flowers come alive. I sort of think it's like when you embroider an eye and you put white dots in around the eye to show light bouncing. Yellow can be a bit like that within flowers. So just a few little French knots in the center of a flower in yellow, or some little stamens, really makes the flower become more 3D. And I think it sort of is like light bouncing around, like I just said, in an eye. So I don't order a lot, but I try and have just a small little range from something quite warm through to quite a cool color in the yellow. So I chose 706, 708, and this one is 748. Okay, so that's the little range there. What will we do next? Then I did some purples. So it's sort of quite a range here from dark through to the mulberries. So some bright ones here would be 259 and 257. And then one of my favorite sorts of colors is into the peachy pinks. I don't know, is that peachy pink? No, it's more of a mulberry pinks. Dusty pink's the word I want to use. 32, and this little guy is 37, 36, and 34. So yeah, the beautiful thing about these Gumnut yarns is once you get into the little area where the colors are, it's very easy to put together a little range to sort of complement each other. Then I must have popped over to the darker purples, because I knew, you can see my favorite there, 4 of them verse 2. So then we went into the blues. I use a lot of blue in my embroidery, so I sort of went to town here a little bit. A couple of these are a little bit similar, but that's okay. This one here, he is 367, 369, 365. That's a real denim blue, just beautiful. Another denim-y grey blue, 314, 317, 348, and 312. So lovely collection of the blues. I have in mind a piece that is just working with nothing but the blues, so they will be beautiful. Then the greens, and similar to the blues, I use a lot of green in all my florals, so I try to work across a sort of a vast range of greens, because you just never know what type of green you're going to need for a floral piece. So I chose 679, 677. They're quite a bright green. This one, 563, 568. That's more of an olive. This is an even darker olive, 608. There's a slight difference between them. Okay, and this one is a 606. And then the last two are some beiges. I probably should have bought more of these, but I thought just one for now, see what it's like, because there was quite a range of these sorts of colours as well. 943 for the soft one, and then the strawy coloured camel colour 945. Okay, so that's the range of Gumnut Yarns. It's part of the Blossom range. It's huge, the range out there. So the shop in Australia that I used to order these from was Hand Embroidery Supplies. So they're in Queensland, Brisbane, down at Munrooban. So I will link the details on the bottom of this video in the description. And if anyone wants to go along and have a little look, I'll also put Gumnut Yarns website in the description as well. But just remember, they are the wholesaler, so you will need to then on their website find who is in Australia that you can order the threads from. Okay, thank you very much for everyone for joining me, and happy stitching. Bye bye.